Hey, everybody. So we have NC State this weekend. Hope everybody is having a happy Halloween. And I wanted to preview this game against NC State that we have this weekend. We're finally out of the noon slot. It's going to be a freaking night game finally, since the very first game of this year. So I'm, looking forward to that. Although it is a road game, it'd be nicer if it was Bobby Dodd. But it is what it is. At least it's a night game, so I'm tired of the noon games. I always sleep in till noon and miss them. So, but anyway, what's appealing about this game is that we have a chance to go 9-0. Obviously, that's a huge deal. With the way the season's going, it's been hugely successful, and hopefully we don't slip up and lose this game to NC State, which should be an inferior conference opponent. They're 4-4. They haven't had a super impressive season. They're on like a 4-game losing streak or 3 or 4 game losing streak, not counting an FCS team that they played, Campbell. So we should take care of NC State. But as my Nana once said, October is for pretenders, November is for contenders, right? So November, we have a month of games left. This is our chance to prove that we're actually a serious football team, that we're seriously competing for the playoffs. I know that you look at these next few games, NC State, Pitt, and Boston College, and we should, obviously win those games, but it just doesn't. It doesn't, we can't just roll our helmets out on the field and easily win, every single game that we play. We're not like Alabama under Nick Saban. We don't just, we could easily lose. I mean, we saw what happened against Wake Forest. Now, Wake Forest, I think, was a better team than NC State. Actually, Wake Forest might be the best team we played up until now. But NC State is okay. They have a good offense. Their quarterback can run around. Obviously we have trouble with that. So they're able to put up a lot of points. Their defense though is kind of fruity. They're also giving up a ton of points, and they've lost several games where they've scored 30 plus. So we should really have no problem scoring on them. But we go on the road and our offense is has these games where we have a slow start, and this is going to be a hungry team, and I think the crowd is a sellout. So we're coming into a road environment. We haven't played good, at least in the first half on the road this year. And it's going to be a hungry team looking to upset a top 10 Georgia Tech team, which is crazy. They might rush the field again. I was actually a little flattered when Wake Forest was about to rush the field against us when we were ranked. We were ranked in the low teens or the high teens at that point, but it is what it is. So, if Georgia Tech plays this game the way that we should win by a bunch. So, NC State, it is what it is. They're not a great team. Our defense, I think, can handle it. I mean, we may give up, 20 to 30 points, but our offense should be able to put up dang 40 on them. So, I mean, Pitt last week absolutely blew them out. So, I mean, that's what I'm hoping to see, from the Jackets. But who knows? We are looking pretty healthy going into this game at this point. We're getting, Chad Alexander back, which is nice. Chad Alexander is a running back, of course, and our running backs have not, looked freaking great this season. I don't know what the deal is with the running game, but they're getting 30 yards a game. I don't know what the deal is. So I don't know, but we're to be going into November, and we have as many players available as we're getting Akilo Stone back. Amari Harvey had what appeared to be a season ending injury, but it's apparently not season ending, and he'll be back soon. He won't be back this week, but he will be back soon. We're getting Akilo Stone back, Chad Alexander, and several others. So that's really good to see how healthy we are going into this, going into November. We don't bruise easily. But also if we can get through this game, then we get to a bye week and get a chance to get, I guess, even healthier. I mean, the bye week comes before Boston College, which is like, okay, you'd rather have it before Pitt, but it is what it is. But I don't know. I think that, I mean, I haven't seen a lot of trash talk for this game. Like normally, like Duke, Wake Forest, like their fans, which I didn't, I've never interacted with either of those teams' fans before, but they were talking a lot of crap. But NC State fans, they don't seem to be under any delusions that I've seen. Not a ton of trash talk against with these two teams, and it's been fairly civil on Twitter. So it's not like I hate NC State. I'm not gonna come on and like trash them like I did Syracuse last week because I don't hate them. I hate Syracuse big time, but I don't feel any type of way at all about NC State at all. So I know, but they are going to be, they're going to be hungry. They're going to be looking to get an upset on the road, and they're going to be, looking for. I mean, Dave Doran's fighting for his job at this point, so we'll see. But I mean, we're on a roll. Like this Georgia Tech team has really ripened throughout the season, and we are we're on a roll. We blew out Syracuse last week. The week before, convincing win against Duke, Virginia Tech. We kicked their ass. So it's like we've really poured it on these teams. So hopefully the Georgia Tech continues that streak, and we can take care of business here against NC State. I have no reason to believe we won't. I was worried about it earlier in the year. I'm not as worried about it now. But like I said, November is kind of the time that pretenders get exposed. And look, if we lose a single ACC game, we're going to be out of the ACC title game. It's that close of a race. There's not going to be the other teams that are in the race. Louisville, Miami, Virginia are not going to lose 2 games that afford us to be able to take a loss. So we definitely cannot freaking take a loss here. So this is a huge game, night game on the road against a hungry team, a desperate coach trying to save his job, and a sold-out crowd. So it's going to be a big challenge for the Jackets. I just hope we can handle business. So that's all I got to say. I think I'm going to split and go Jackets, and I'll see you guys next time.